Tuesday. Oh, look at that. I got chat up and everything. Oh, they can hear you for some reason.
The media?
They can hear you.
Oh, look, there they can again. Look at that. My computer's already jacking up. It's fixed. Happy Tuesday, everybody, because it is Tuesday. Might as well be Monday. Go to heartland.com. Heartland Defenders here on YouTube, but not on the F-Book. And you might see us on one of the other alternative things sooner or later. We'll see. I don't know yet. We're still trying to figure that one out. And go to Heartland Defender shop for t-shirts and decals, or check us out at the Summit County Gun Show or Berea Gun Show up in Cuyahoga. We got, let's see here, let's pull Jake and Mike in here. Let's see, can they hear you? Yes, they can.
All right.
Oh, now you can hear me correctly. I see how it is.
Right. Earlier they could hear you, couldn't hear you, could hear you. Look at this.
Have one show. Can't have one damn show. One damn show.
All these
without something fucked
freaking boxes are open. Everybody, there we go. Half our faces are covered. It's been that kind of week. I've been dealing with a bunch of stupidness, handing over a position to somebody that doesn't have time to do any of her own, let alone now taking over my double position. So we'll see how that goes. Not awesome. My problem anymore.
Wait, you have to train the person taking your job?
I'm not really training her, as more of I am handing over what I have.
Oh.
So that way they can blame it on me when she still isn't able to do it because of she does not going to have enough training. And the guy who trained me is also leaving the company as well.
Sweet.
Forcefully leaving the company or willfully?
Willfully, because he's been working on another job for the past 3 months. So,
cool.
Hey, talk to him. Maybe you can get a new job.
I'd have to move to Sweden, and they don't have guns there, so that's not happening.
No, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Well, wait. I would reserve judgment on going to Sweden until sometime around February, mid-February. Sweden might be looking pretty good. Just saying.
Oh,
Anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Why are messages being deleted? Let's check that one out.
Wow.
Oh, I don't know. Message deleted by Google moderator team. Sorry, Jacob Hunter. I don't know what your message was. But
wait, do it again so I can read it first before they take it off.
Google moderator team. That's a new one. Normally it asks me yes or no if I want to post it.
How did we get the automatic fucking monitors already?
Because your guys' big mouths and whatever you're saying on whatever thing you're saying it on. We're being watched.
Was it when I Googled debt cord today?
Oh. No.
Allegedly.
Stop it.
Oh, fucking allegedly.
Stop it. Jacob.
Oh no! If they check my Google history, it's there.
When you get takeover of the voice server that we have, you'll know why. When I'm like, here's the crown.
Hey, you know what, Jacob, it wasn't us, Huner. We I don't know, Zuck followed us here or something, buddy, but it wasn't us.
Well, this one's the Google moderator team, so Google now is
moderator team. Ooh.
Editing whatever has been
We've
said.
made it to the big time.
We've made it to the big time.
We've passed 10 watchers. They're watching us now.
And what else? What else did they do? Demonetized, which we don't see a damn cent.
Get back on Facebook ever again.
Their heads are cut off no matter what.
So, do you plan on going back on Facebook, like under Mike Cosper?
I don't know. I think I might try. I might take the Palmer approach. I might just start, start blowing it up. I think I might just go down in a blaze of glory.
What's the over/under? They don't give us the opportunity to. What's the bet they give us more flack for nothing that they will not document?
I'm wondering because since they didn't give us any reason, like there's nothing in the help center. I just can't see them. I just see this being a continuation of forever.
Yeah.
Although I don't know why they didn't just cut us. at that point, though.
Well, you know, I mean,
Well, they don't want it to be blatantly obvious.
even though it is.
Well, I think you can't create groups till after,
November
basically
6th.
after the election.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking blatant.
Well, and then 2 days before that ban was
Yeah,
up, they went,
Well,
"Oh no,
that
you
one-
can't do
That one
anything."
could be played off. That one could be played off. They could play off, even though we never, ever, ever got notified or notification saying anything posted to the Heartland page was against community guidelines or false or partly true or whatever the fuck.
No, our rating
spin
was
of
good.
words
Actually.
they say. We never had any of those. They could still play that one. That you guys owned a group that was deemed dangerous.
You stupid constitutionalists.
Well, no,
Don't
see
believe in the Constitution.
that's the
God
that's the
forbid.
funny thing is so that's why they banned us. But I keep getting notifications when I try to chat or say anything that I posted something in a group discussion that was inappropriate, which is why my ban was. And I'm like, but wait, which is it? Is it nothing, or is it inappropriate in a group chat that you never even flagged me for? Because here I am.
It's the same principle as go look at some of the posts and shit that people are making about the Biden presidency, quote unquote. They don't know the election process, so as long as they can push the fucking narrative that Trump lost, Biden won, maybe we're dumb enough to say, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Well, if we want to talk about dumb shit, let's talk about this curfew.
Sorry. Wait. Hi, everybody.
Hence,
I'm essential.
hence the and I got my essential letter again today too. Even though they didn't have to give it back out, I got an email today that was like, "Hey, for the people that do work and do have to go out, here's the letter to everybody. So in case you have to go out, at least you have a letter stating you can." And I'm like, "Oh, that's quite nice of you."
I mean, what? And he.
Am I wrong?
Can anybody explain this to me? I mean, okay, we've done the mask, we've done the shutdown. Obviously, shit ain't working. All right, and you can't just shut everything. You can't just go, hey, you know what, everybody? Stay home for a month. We're gonna send you all a check. You don't have to do nothing. Don't worry about it. Your great-great-grandchildren and their great-great-grandchildren will pay for it someday. Don't worry about it.
Right.
We got you.
Well, but the funny thing was whoever watched the video today, I didn't watch it live. I watched it after the fact because I was busy doing work. But he looked really uncomfortable, and every time somebody asked the question about, well, what does the curfew mean? Like, give us exactly what the stipulations are. And he's like, him-hawing back and forth. Well, we don't want anybody not going to the hospital, and you can still go to the grocery store if the grocery stores are open, but we want the grocery stores to be closed by 10. But if you can get to a store or a pharmacy after 10, you're okay. And I'm like, are you gonna give a fucking straight answer, or are you just gonna hem-haw till whatever?
Well, yeah,
It's the picture.
How do you enforce this bullshit? B, if I'm out after curfew, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna charge? Seriously, what are you gonna charge me with?
I just looked down and saw James.
Being outside?
James, what's that? I don't have to leave my house. I will take that, thank you.
Shut up, scam liberal.
Let me ask you a question. Is there still a law in the state of Ohio, because I'm not 18 anymore, is there still a law in the state of Ohio that anyone under the age of 18 is curfewed at like midnight?
Yes.
I don't even know if they still enforce
I don't think it's a state law. I think that goes by city. Akron actually went as far to state that they're going to enforce their no more than 6 guest rule. I don't know how, because I can't see
is
you
Karen going to call from across the street crying to 911?
Of course,
There's
they did
15
before.
people in your fucking house?
They did before. If there were too many cars in your parking lot and it looked like people would call the cops.
Well, then I fought!
Well, but yours is a regular thing, though. Like, I know somebody from your household posted something about, no more than 10 people, 6 people or 10 people in the house. Well, we're fucked already. Who has to leave? And I'm like, well, I think that's guest-wise. is what they're trying to say.
Well,
But
I heard something that one of these states is saying that you can only have 2 or less people in the house, and it's like, well, if you're married, that's pretty much it. You're done. Put
what do
the
you
kids
do?
in the tent out back.
I was gonna say, what do you do? Ship your kids off to some?
Well, but you know, how? I don't get how. I mean, how and where and who the fuck does he think he is? I'm serious. I mean, who? You can't. You can't, and you're not gonna. Because I'm gonna tell you right now. Come the 21st, I'm pretty much at this point. I think I'm gonna stand about 10:01. I'm gonna either be in front of the State House or I'm gonna be in front of fucking DeWine's house.
Woo.
And I'm gonna bring, I may even do the fucking John Cusack thing. I might bring big boom box and stand in front of his fucking window at his bedroom.
I got the ticket for you, buddy.
I'm pretty fucking done with
I think I got a song for it too.
I think you do. I think you do.
Is it? Are we ready? Is it time?
I'm feeling like it's time because if you're
Is
gonna
it time?
force this
I mean,
bullshit, I'm fucking done.
I mean, is it finally the line is there and we are now crossing? It's done.
Yes, I believe when you base and I get and what Jeremy said is correct. Nobody really knows what the F this curfew is. I don't even think DeWine knows what the curfew is.
People were asking about the exact wording. What are you writing in the order? Exact words. And he wouldn't even give that up. He wouldn't even talk about that. And I was like...
Dolly just answered our question. You get charged with a second-degree misdemeanor.
Oh, and it's a $250 fine, too.
Well, yeah, and they can shove both right the fuck up their ass.
Right?
Then you go to court, and then you lose your gun rights. And have we never figured out that every time they make up bullshit laws, it's to try to stop people that can legally buy guns?
Good. I hope they. You know what? I hope they give me a felony. You know why? Because then I can stop going to the fucking gun store and filling out paperwork. I can just own my shit like everybody else on the streets.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
Well, how many years, Mike? How many years have you seen the shirts and the patches and the pictures on Facebook? When guns are outlawed, I'll be an outlaw. Hey, bitches, it's time to nut up or shut up.
I think I'm ready. If they're gonna tell me that they're gonna give me, if they're gonna cite me because I'm out past 10 o'clock, you know what? As a 49-year-old adult, go fuck yourself.
So he did when asked about that. They were like, well, how are you going to enforce this? He said, well, if you're driving down like 70 or 71 and it's after 10 o'clock, you're not just going to get pulled over unless you give them a reason for them to pull you over. But if you've got a bunch of cars in your driveway and you're having a party and there's more than 6 people from more than 2 households in your home, that could be an issue. And I'm like,
well, hey, Mike, if somehow this gets to you, probably right around the 21st or 22nd,
party at his
park
house,
a couple of cops out your front door because they're going to need big ticket books because I'm going to be standing in your front yard at about 10:01. So have the ticket book ready.
And if he's lucky, he'll probably have a few thousand friends with him.
Yes, and I'm gonna bring the can and gas and matches, and we're gonna burn the tickets as they give them to us, because fuck you. I'm done. I'm done with your stupid.
At least Google administrator can't shut us up.
Wait, where's the helicopters? There they are. There's the helicopters. Here comes helicopters.
But no, I mean seriously. I mean, I get I get it. I get businesses. And again, I'm not going back to the virus is real. My wife is seeing more patients at the hospital. I get it. However, businesses is already doing the shit they're supposed to do. If they want you to wear a mask, they got a sign on the door. They got somebody at the door says, "Hey, could you please wear a mask?" Okay, cool. But the day that I'm going to let you tell me walking outside after 10 o'clock and fuck you. I mean, fuck you. Seriously.
Let me add this in there. If you're in this stream on here, share this out to everybody you know. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Instagram. Share it wherever you share your crap to.
Somebody please share it to DeWine, because I'd love to get him as a guest on the show. Because
the problem is
in person.
How many people sat today? Was it today this briefing happened?
Yes.
Yes.
How many people sat around their computer, their home, their TV screen, their radio, and listened to this shit, and are now terrified because the guy's like, it didn't get better in a week, so now we're going to lock you down into a 21-day curfew.
Whoa. Got to watch the wording, because they don't want to call it a lockdown. They want to call it a curfew. Because that makes it any better. But at least now we're not closing.
I guess that sounds a little less like Nazi Germany.
You can still go to the bar. You can still sit at the bar as long as you sit at the bar. You can't play games. You can't do any of that fun stuff.
No dancing.
No dancing. No darts. No pool. No basketball fucking machine. None of that shit. But you can sit at a bar table.
We can't throw darts at DeWine posters. That's off the board too?
No, because you're sharing things and you're passing the run around now.
Wait, what if you're throwing it at the real guy?
As long as you don't retrieve them, I can't see that being an issue.
Well, fair enough. I'm okay with that. Giant lawn darts it is.
Hey, is that on the 21st when we're at the particular location?
Yes.
Okay.
I just don't. If it made sense, I would almost consider it, because I mean, we've obviously considered so many other bullshit laws, and again, we can go back to this. Us as law-abiding citizens, we've been like, all right, I'm the good guy, I'm the law-abiding guy. Fine, this is stupid, but whatever. I'll follow by your stupid rules. But this, no.
Well,
I'm going to say it. Fuck you, DeWine, and fuck you.
Jane, it's okay. People have shared us already and have not lost anything.
Nah, you won't lose your Facebook, Jane.
Wait.
And besides, if you lose your Facebook, it's probably going to be the best thing in your life ever.
Oh, yes.
So
I'm
no, because then she can't buy all her carnivorous
I'm not
plants.
going back. If you are friends with me on Facebook and I'm not there, I will never be there. They can unrestrict me and I'm like not there. Because you know what? Yeah, it is fucking liberating.
It kind of is, man. I mean,
it's liberating.
I don't miss. Well, other than doing my pledge thing in the morning, but right now I can't say I'm going to get rid of it, but I don't know if I'm going to use it, other than, my wife does shit on there and she's posting grandbaby kids. So I might just to flip through things, but I don't know if I'm going to go back to being an active participant. I just can't. And to everybody out there, everybody, like us that's saying, fuck Facebook and screw. For all of you who have like 15, 16 accounts with Facebook, I'm just going to let you know that you are actually increasing the problem, because you have taken his, I think it was in 2004, Viacom offered him like $15 million for Facebook. They're projecting now by the end of 2022, it'll be worth $750 billion.
Right, because of the amount of viewership.
When you have 16, when 100 of you have 16 accounts, you have 1,600 subscribers that now all add to advertising dollars. So you are creating the problem by adding a gazillion accounts.
Yep.
Somebody asked earlier, how could you get, how could you financially hurt Facebook? Well,
stop using Facebook.
Stop using Facebook, and you have to invite about 3 billion of your friends.
Right. That's about
Because-
what it's going to take.
And Facebook is a cancer because you go out and you buy a phone. Facebook's on it already. Somebody wants to talk to you, they send you a messenger chat. Well, you got to download the damn app and have some sort of sign in to just talk to somebody on a messenger. They're in every little aspect of everything.
Well, they want you connected to everything. That's the problem.
How many things have you used in the last month that you've gone to create a login and 2 options come up? Create your own login or log in through Google or log in through Facebook.
That's 3.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything right now that doesn't give you those options.
Oh, hey, Amity, complying, I would not say. I would say not everyone is complying, and I can guarantee you come the 21st, yeah, I will not be complying with this 10 o'clock curfew. I don't even know. I'm usually in bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm going to start driving around. As soon as the clock hits 10 o'clock, I'm going to get in my car just to be a dick and drive around for an hour.
I kind of think I might too. I might just jump in I gotta go for a drive. My bad. Sorry.
See, you're legal till Thursday.
I'm thinking, they organize these little Trump rallies on the freeway. I'm thinking we start circling Columbus around 10 o'clock at night every night.
I'm okay with this.
And that's one of my questions too, though. Is so these. Let me get to the indirect question. So, my favorite thing about this curfew is the way they made it sound like this is a way better idea than going back to the way we did it the first time. Which it is, because people aren't losing their jobs yet. People aren't, we're not forcing companies to close down all day, every day until the 3 weeks are up.
What about, real quick, let me interject, and then you can continue. What did he? Because I didn't hear this, and maybe you did. Did he say anything about third shift jobs?
It does not affect your job.
It does not. If you have to go to work, you can go to work.
Okay.
Go to work. It does not affect your job.
Yes.
That's where I come into this going. The last time I did anything with the curfew, it's kind of in a combat zone in a foreign fucking country, kind of in the height of a war. And yeah, if you were outside and you weren't supposed to be, it wasn't like, hey guys, can you go inside now? Here's your 250. No, you got shot.
Well, yeah, but
I'm kind of in favor of that idea.
People would start, if that started happening, we know what happens. We know a lot of people's line is well before them shooting people in the street because they were out past.
One would hope.
But that's where I'm sitting here going, this isn't a curfew. My mind, this is a scare tactic to terrify people back into hiding.
But I liked how they used the curfew as a better idea than us going back to the original way that we locked everything down. But my question is okay, so this curfew.
What happens in 21 days when the curfew doesn't slow the progression of corona?
Well, it will, because the scared people will stay scared. They'll stay home. The people that
it's also the people that wear the masks that are going to get tested to fucking see that they've got corona.
But you got to remember, there was a lot of people that were out and about partying, going to parties, doing this whole, that were still kind of on the line. They were scared. They were wearing their masks, but they were starting to feel a little more freedom every day and starting to go to personal parties, because after 10 o'clock, bars closed. But they were still doing that. That people, there's been a lot of, in my feeds, especially on my only Facebook account, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that built garage bars, that built basement bars, that now have their own little social clubs in their basements, in their garages, because
call them what they are. They're called speakeasies.
Whatever. Social clubs, speakeasies.
So wait, this is the 21st. This is supposed to happen.
What's supposed to happen?
The 21st is supposed to be the curfew.
When's Thursday? Thursday's the first day.
No, I thought it was the 21st. He said.
No, he said Thursday.
The 21st would be Saturday.
Thursday.
Yeah, the article I saw was the 21st.
Well, somebody let us know. Is it 21st
Yeah,
or is it the
somebody check it
19th?
and see what it's supposed to happen. Because, well, when you check, let me know. Because there's a party at my house that night at about 10:01. Bless
Damn,
you.
dude, I got a 2-hour drive.
Damn.
Shit, okay.
That's it. Jeremy can't come. He just sneezed. Everybody's got the corona now.
Hey, you know what?
It's all over.
Here, let me get this calendar out of your face there, Jacob. My biggest thing is that, like, so is this curfew actually something more to combat?
For 21 days. Okay, thank you.
We're safe for 21 days. So, is it to combat maybe some of the protesting and rioting that's been going on after dark and midnight and whatever? Well, they're expecting it because
not yet.
not yet. As soon as it's official, they're expecting it.
Okay, wait, where?
What do you mean where?
Yeah, they won. They don't have to protest.
They won. I mean, you can't go anywhere without it saying Biden's like 290 or some shit.
But what just happened in D.C. last weekend?
Right.
That's
been coming forever.
That was actually pretty non-violent until the opposition showed up.
But
it was pretty much pretty much a party till the opposition showed up. Because the Trump people, basically, other than maybe violating some traffic laws by walking down the streets.
Hey, Jane, I'm telling your boss you're working and it's way past your time off.
Yeah.
Anyways.
She's getting ready for a meeting.
Right? I'm like, her boss yells at her all the time about being on too much.
I want to make sure I got this right. If your name's Derailed, give me a thumbs up or something. But Derailed said Biden's not my president. Talk to a leftist, by God, he's been your president since November 3rd.
Well, so here's my take on that. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a fan of that take because I hated that shit when the left did it. Right. I really did. I don't care if you respect the person. If you say I don't respect him as the president, I'm cool. I get it. But I think as an American, you should always respect the office.
Well, right, and that's if you live in the U.S., the president is your president.
The statement right now of the Biden's not my president. I'm not reading it like the left did for the last 4 years. I'm reading it as it's November fucking 17th. The Electoral College doesn't even get together until December 14th. No one's actually even been set as the president-elect yet, officially. The media is the only place that's like, yeah, Biden won, everywhere you look. Biden won. So that statement right there, at this moment in time,
is fair.
Is just, he's not my president. He's not the president. Fair. He's not at all the president. Now, if that statement's still a thing, especially on the right and coming from patriots and people like us, come January 21st and beyond, then at that point I'm going to be in the same boat with you that it was bullshit when they said it and it's bullshit when we say it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, because I just think that I've never liked that from either side. I mean, I've just. Only because, whether we like it or not, and again, we're not going to get into, we're not going to get into certified.
Well, here, let's change it.
No.
DeWine is not my fucking dad. So your ass can't tell me I have to be home when the street lights come on.
I'll do that one.
Fuck you, that's 5:30. He's a dick if it's 5:30.
You can't tell me to come home before the fucking midnight happens. So fuck you too.
Right.
Last I checked, I grew the fuck up.
Well, and see, that's my issue with everything that's going on, though, is you've just sat there and said, I've grown up, I can make my own decisions, but a lot of people clearly have not made the right decisions.
Not my problem.
Clearly, and
not my problem.
Right, and they've put themselves in danger, and of course they've probably put others in danger if you're going out anyways. Jane and I, for example.
Are we getting to these, you know, the curfews, the masks, the all the bullshit that we've dealt with since March of 2020 is to save somebody else's life?
No. So
last I checked, it's their fucking responsibility for their own fucking person.
No, I've never
taught
done
every
any of
one
it.
of my kids as hard as I possibly can that you and you alone are the only person responsible for yourself.
Now, no.
Nobody else is responsible.
But
the way they're playing this off is, and what you just said is, it's my responsibility to make sure you're going to be healthy.
No, I will never support that. I will never support that you need to make sure I'm healthy. Yeah. But like, as I was going to get to was, Jane and I, we're very social people. We have some social circles that are very sociable. We are around a lot of people. We have not been in those social circles for quite a while because we do not want to risk our health or the people we care about's health that's around us. So we don't go to social events. We don't do what we're supposed to. Have we caught Rona? I don't know. Maybe back in the very beginning when we went to a concert, way back at the beginning of the year. But as from here on out, we've been, we've kind of stayed to ourselves. We've tried to stay out of social situations. But a lot of people aren't doing that. Like I said in my feeds, I've saw people that have their own speakeasies in their garages and their basements, and they are having 20, 30, 40 people over to have big parties. Now...
But is it 20, 30, 40 personal friends, or is it 20, 30, 40 random people they found on the street and said, hey, come to my house, I've got a speakeasy in the basement?
Anywhere from personal friends to kind of an acquaintance.
Well, but how many of us have eaten with complete strangers during the height of this epidemic? I understand, Rona was in the aisles and you wore your mask to get to your table, and now once you're in your safety booth,
with your plastic shields.
But it's all bullshit anymore.
But sidebar, has the order? Was the order tonight or today, or was it the order a week ago that said when you could still eat inside, but between bites you did have to put your mask up and down?
No, not between bites. It was as long as you were sitting and you were not up moving, you were fine. But if you were doing anything where you were going to the bathroom, you were standing talking to somebody, you were standing at the bar ordering something, you had to have a mask on. And you weren't. And last week's thing was also you couldn't do anything in the bar other than eat and drink. You couldn't play darts. You couldn't play pool.
You can't dance. Okay, that's the only one you gotta say.
Okay, so hold on. So I'm due day and I walk up to the bar to order a beer, I gotta have a mask on.
Correct.
But if I'm the asshole sitting 6 inches from him, sitting down at a bar stool, I don't have to have a mask on.
No, right. that spot where people come up to order, somebody can't be within 6 feet of. They actually have to make those spots that people normally would sit in on that corner empty or unable to sit in, and that person has to be 6 feet down.
It's all stupid. I hate it all.
Right.
I think it's all dumb.
I mean, again, I think,
like I've always said, for bread lines.
I don't know if it's bread. I don't know. That's the thing that I don't, because this is going way, woo. But I get the comparisons to, and I'd love to talk to someone who went through Nazi Germany, not just, is a scholar on it. Somebody who is actually there, because, obviously we don't have this type of social media presence to go back and look how people were reacting. But from like what I read, everything they did was very subtle, and everybody seemed to play along with it because it seemed like, oh yeah, this seems to make sense. Whereas, now here and with the way things are now, if they're trying to do that same thing, I think they're going about it. It's not working well because people like us aren't going, yeah, I get it. That makes sense. No, we're going, hey, yeah, you know what, DeWine? Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not. I'm going to make it pretty clear. I'm not going to get in a bread line. Unless I'm out of magazines at the time.
Have you been to the BMV lately?
No, I won't.
No, I do. Why would you go to the BMV? Because you can do it all online now. All of it can be done online.
You cannot get a first ID online.
Oh, okay.
So one of my kids is getting the ID. We showed up, and you walk up like you used to, at least at ours, you used to go up, take a little piece of paper and sit and patiently wait for the number to come up, and then you went up to the counter. And they always had 4, 5, 6 people up there doing it, and for whatever godforsaken reason, there was always 40 or 50 or 70 people in there waiting patiently for their fucking number to come up. Well, now they've literally got a white, like a dry erase paper on the door. It's open. They've got a kiosk machine for you to put your phone number in. You put your phone number in it, and you go wait in your fucking car for when we showed up at 2 in the afternoon on a Thursday, I think it was, a 2-hour fucking wait in your car.
Right.
For everybody to do it online.
Right.
2 hours. Again, I say, do you not think this is conditioning for? Because that's a government agency. That's a federal
some of
agency.
Them are. Some of them are. Some of them are actually privately run.
No, I think the BMV. If I remember right, the title company is the only state one, isn't it now? And then or is it vice versa? The BMV's one. The title bureau, obviously is separate from the BMV. One of them is now privately ran, and the other one's run by the state.
The
well, I
BMV
can tell you
is
the
privately
title office,
ran.
The title office does it a whole lot better. The title office, you call the title office, you say, I'm coming in. When do you have an availability? They tell you a time. You show up at that time. There's a person at the counter. They do your shit, and you leave.
Yeah, because they actually work with the documents. So I think you're right. I think it's, I don't know if somebody knows for sure, but one of them's private.
Hell, I was able to go, and it's funny because, so we have kayaks, and I had to go renew my kayak thing. I should have done it way earlier in the year, but I didn't. I was able to go down to the hunting place down here, one of the hunting stores, and renew my kayak registration and get my sticker. I'm like, this is awesome. It's the same, like, you can actually, that's why car dealerships can also do it, because it's privately owned. Up to the state actually issues things, but it's ran privately.
Gotcha.
Because makes
sense.
Then that just destroys the narrative, because it's the private sector that makes it impossible to do shit through red tape and bureaucracy. It's the public sector that makes shit easy because they want more money. So why the hell is the DMV, if it's privately ran, so inefficient and shitty?
Well, some businesses are, though.
I mean, there's a lot of them that are.
I know plenty of people who work for shitty businesses.
Who's the alternative to the BMV to do this shit through?
Nobody.
To get your ID.
Well, it's just like they turned over the stupid e-check test to a private company too.
Yeah.
Which it's free, but it's not free. We're just paying through fucking taxes.
Yeah.
Because those guys aren't all there doing it for nothing. Did you freeze?
Which one, me or him?
Him.
Him, yeah. I was gonna say it looks like him.
Oh,
there he goes. He's unstuck.
Yeah, you froze. But
you had that Popeye look.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. Back to your original question, I don't know what it is, because all it's really doing is pissing people off and just getting them to the point where, nobody wants to conform, with the government. We want to go out and beat the shit out of them.
So then
what percentage do you think?
Oh God, it's got to be at least 25, 30.
So is it them trying to push the boundary to see how far they can push it before we actually
I
do
think so.
start showing up
I
at the
think
governor's
so.
house?
But when they push us over that line, isn't it going to be too late?
Well, that's the question. That's the
we're
question
just
I want to
kidding.
ask.
Don't worry about that curfew thing. We're kidding. It's okay.
But that's the question I want to ask. We were talking about it before we got on the show. Is it, we were talking about the place that shall not be named in mixed company and the conversations that are happening in that place, right? And you said that, we were talking about, and you said that they kind of want to push us to that. They want us to show that.
Sure feels like it.
Do you think that might be this too? Do you think they want to draw us out, draw people like us out?
But you know what though? I mean, isn't it? I'm feeling it's more individual governors rather than a overall. I mean, California's been doing crazy shit forever. I mean, they're way ahead of the curve on assholism. So DeWine and what's her nuts above us, Whitmer.
Yeah.
They seem to be now. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they're just trying to. Well, hey, now that Biden's going to be president, shut up on YouTube. I know he's not your president. I get it. But allegedly he's going to be. Is this the ticket to well, then let's see how far we can push people. And isn't an experiment? Is Ohio and Michigan, who, by the way, are both battleground states, are they the test subjects? Are we the test subjects? Are we the beta test for the federal level?
Let's start chasing a white rabbit. Let's start chasing a white rabbit. So the media pushed the day after the election, and still to this day, that Biden's the winner. No question about it, Biden's the winner. Do you not think that they kind of hoped that the right and the Trump supporters and the patriots would just start rioting in the streets over that fact? And then when that didn't happen, you started seeing all over social media and all over the TikToks and the Facebooks and the YouTubes, Biden supporters saying, where's all the Trump supporters at? You're really quiet, blah, 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 right? Well,
no, we're just loading. Oh,
right. We you don't need to inject there, but they wanted us. Do you not think they wanted us? They were hoping that we would riot. That would point us out as the bad guy. These were peaceful protests, right? The riots,
yes,
the
they
burning,
were.
and everything else. These, by the media, these were peaceful protests. And we already know because we've seen it. We've been a part of it. We've had our name written into it. Anything we do, we could literally be sitting around a campfire singing fucking Kumbaya. And the fucking mainstream media would call us racist, anti-government, half a dozen other terrifyingly bad.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Germans came up with Kumbaya, so it figures you Nazi bastards would be singing it.
Exactly. So if we would, I'm telling you right now, and my mind is saying that they didn't get what they wanted by saying Biden was president. DeWine came out and acknowledged Biden as president and didn't get what he wanted with the state of Ohio patriots rising up and marching through the streets of Columbus. He still has yet to get anything. He came out a week ago and is like, you got 1 week to fix this shit. And you knew for a fact it wasn't going to get fixed. There hasn't been a day. There has not been one day this whole time that the COVID cases haven't gone up every single day.
Mm.
Friday to Friday, it triples, doubles, quadruples.
Well, where are all these people? Because you know what? When I go out, there's still too many fuckers out there. So where are all these people that are getting COVID?
When I'm going with this,
when I go to Walmart, there's still too many fucking people in line.
Agree. You know what I honestly wished would happen? When I heard that there was a curfew and all this, it's really sad to say it, but as an essential employee that drives the streets, I was kind of hoping we went back to, April, May, June timeframe when the roads were fucking empty. You could leave at 7:30 in the morning to be at your job at 8, and you were there at 7:45 because the speed limit on the 60-mile-an-hour road was 85 mile an hour. The cop didn't give a shit because there wasn't 1,000 stupid people on the road with you. You just flew on down that road. There was,
not gonna lie,
a tenth of the fucking accidents.
I like it.
But instead, he dribbles bullshit in front of it. Oh, we're gonna make a 10 o'clock curfew. Like COVID stops at 10 o'clock.
Oh wait.
The whole point of the curfew.
Hold on. It's been almost 5-10 minutes. So fuck you, DeWine.
Oh,
go ahead, continue.
So he dribbles his shit in front of us. Jeremy had the follow the white rabbit dancing down there. I honestly want to say we need to change that post you pop up there and type in, have the typing in, wake up, Neo.
Right.
Because following the white rabbit just is us going down a rabbit hole. But it's time for us to fucking wake up. I honestly, this is my personal belief. You guys can contest it. That's fine. But I think everything that's happened since election night has been a drive to make pro-2A people, patriots, Trump supporters, constitutionalists, fucking libertarians get pissed off to the point where we're doing the fucking marching in the streets so that the liberal media can paint that as a terrifyingly bad riot.
Here's my favorite thing about this whole thing, though. So, where are you at 10 o'clock at night on a normal night?
In bed.
Yeah.
Right. Most people I know...
I gotta fucking work the next day.
Most people I know are, except for Fridays and Saturdays, there's quite a few I know that like to go out, to do whatever. But even when we go out to dinner, we're home by 10 o'clock. So this curfew has gotten everybody a bit upset because we're being told no. But really, is it changing anything in your life other than you're mad because you're being told?
Yes, I'm mad because I'm being told.
Well, but that's been the whole thing. That's been the whole thing. This whole since March, I've come to the realization that I live a really fucked up life because absolutely nothing that's been put in place has affected me. Nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Not really. I mean, there's some annoyances, and I do, and personally, I do it out of respect for the businesses. If someone at the door of a business asks me to put on a mask, I'll do it. I don't voluntarily put one on. I don't see a sign on the door and go, "Oh, I need a mask." If someone physically tells me, "Hey, it's our policy, sir," okay, I'll put it on. But other than that, I don't. That has not changed. So, but for me, I don't. The conditioning part, I don't. Just like the whole lines on the bullshit floors and stuff. Which, by the way, have you noticed now that the holidays are coming, most of that shit's gone. Mm-hmm. Because they want people in the store to buy shit.
Yep.
Because they're starting to bring it back. Actually, Walmart's actually going to bring those back, and they're also bringing back the having to wait outside if there's too many in the stores.
Well, and again, I didn't pay attention to them when they were on the fucking floor.
Well, right, I never did either.
I guess you're just like the fuck you're gonna do.
When the cattle line up at Home Depot.
Yep.
To check out. Yeah, no, I just go right to the self checkout. Sir, you can't. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm just checking out here. Fuck you. I'm not getting in their herd line.
Right.
I'm not doing it.
Which is both inside and out.
And if they don't want me to buy their shit there, and mind you, when I don't pay attention, I don't listen to them, and I just go check out, nobody ever comes over and goes, "Hey, you can't buy shit here." No, they let me just check out.
Right.
Well, money, money is a thing.
Well, maybe that's, maybe as consumers, that's what we need to do. We need to, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna, I don't like these rules. So if you're going to enforce them upon me, then I am either going to find a different way to shop. I'm going to find someplace else to shop, or whatever. I'm going to fucking, start grazing on my grass. I don't know. But, but that's how it, if we want to fight back, that's how we have to fight back with all this. And I think that goes for what they're doing down in Columbus. And somebody also said it, on our other chat, everybody's always like, well, I got to go to work. I got to, what? If we really want to make an impact, we should. You know what? In the middle of the week, we should all go down and block, every entrance to the State House and be like, we're tired of your shit. There's more of us than you. You better start listening to us.
Right.
And he's right. Until we start doing shit like that, then maybe then maybe it is conditioning. Maybe, and if we refuse to do anything about it and we just keep going along with the conditioning, maybe that's what they're hoping.
Yeah. I think they're trying to see where we break. Where they're going to take it right to that point and then just kind of back off a little bit.
Well, let's go back to the ban idea. We were talking about that towards the beginning, right? So we're all in kind of an agreement that when the 30 days gets to like 2 days, more than likely just magically we'll get, you did something while you were banned from doing anything.
Yeah.
You did something, now you're banned for another 30.
Right.
Do you think that'll happen right around the 19th to 20th day of the curfew? Will be like, it didn't do anything, guys, so now we're going to have to shut down all these businesses.
Yeah, now
and bars can't be open.
6 o'clock or... let's be honest. Jeremy just said it. Majority of us aren't out after 10, so how's it going to change anything?
Yeah.
It's other than gatherings, but again, are police departments really going to be, are they really going to enforce it? I mean, are they really going to be, are they really going to show up to adults' houses, where there's 10 adults at a house? Are they really going to show up and go, hey, sorry, kids, can't do this?
Different sheriffs in different cities say one or the other. Again, we're going to have to wait and see. I mean...
And let's go back to all of this. Is it constitutional to do that? Does he have the power to do? Is this a mandate, an order? Has this been brought through legislation? Is this strictly because of how he snuck in the state of emergency? So now he basically can play demigod. I don't know. I just, there's no way in hell that I'm just not going to, when it comes to my own personal life, what I do in my own personal life, go fuck yourself. Right. It's my life. If I have family members who are concerned about Corona, are concerned about getting it, don't want to be around people, don't come. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to feel any less about you. If you don't, that's fine. But I'll be damned if I'm going to let the cops or the governor tell me who I can and can't have at my fucking house.
Is that sentiment of you do your own thing, I'll do mine? Isn't that a very libertarian idea?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a kind of a constitutional idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm kind of free.
Well, I wouldn't disagree. No, I wouldn't disagree.
I mean, I'm not talking sovereign citizen here. I'm just talking, hey, what I'm doing at my house is my house. I'm not gonna go to fucking Mike's house and ask him, hey, Dickwine, you got 11 people over today? You know what, Dwayne? I don't give a fuck if you have 30 people over for Thanksgiving. It's your fucking house, dude. Do what you got to do. Don't give a shit. Don't tell me either. I just think it's bull. And again, completely get it. if there were bodies lining the street like it was the bubonic fucking plague, I get it. But it's not. Even doctors are saying that. It's not that. Yes, it's contagious. Yes, a lot of people are going to get it. Is everybody going to die? No. No, they're not.
What was that movie? Pandemic? Was the movie's name Pandemic? Where the monkey bit the human and...
Yes.
I believe that was Pandemic.
Was it Pandemic? Okay. It's not fucking Pandemic. It's not like 48 hours and the whole city's fucking...
Well, no, because we would be... I had a discussion with somebody who, and it was a fairly civil discussion. It was fairly heated, but fairly... I ran into a dude in the parking lot who was, came out of his car wearing a mask, drove into the parking lot wearing his mask, by himself in the car, by the way. And I was in the park, and he, I think, between my hat and my shirt, and he's like, "Oh, so you're one of those guys?" And I'm like,
"One of what guys?"
"Well, what do you mean? You're probably not going to wear a mask, are you?" I'm like, "No, I'm probably not." I'm like, if the guy at the door tells me, "Yeah, put it on," I got one. But I'm not, and we got into the discussion, and he was like, I get, and it's like, at the end, it was like, dude, I get it. You're doing you. And it doesn't make me angry that you're wearing one. Why does it make you angry that I'm not? You're protecting yourself, right? You feel safe?
The only question I can ask to anybody that throws up the medias or the governors or it's somebody else told me to sentiments, well, they said we have to wear masks, so why aren't you wearing a mask? That concept is exactly why are you doing it? Well, they told me to. No, why?
Right.
Why are you doing it? I'm not telling you to take it off. I'm not forcing you to take it off. I'm just asking you why you're wearing it, because I made the conscious decision based on the information available that it's not as bad as they're making it out to be all on the media, so I'm not worried about it, and I'm not going to wear it. Don't try to throw up, I'm not going to save grandma and grandpa, because guess what? I'm not hanging out with grandma and grandpa.
Right.
I'm in a store, and if you're not this fucking close to me, I'm not even looking in your general direction to sneeze in your general direction.
Right. Well, and that's the other thing too. Okay, so you would say, and most of you know, and most probably watching, I went down to Georgia, and I went to South Carolina, North Carolina, on vacation for a few weeks, and it's pretty much what happens here is pretty much happening there too. It's, they've got the same kind of verbiage and signage and shit, and it's pretty much the same. There's about half the people maybe 60% of the people in the stores with masks on. The other 40% aren't. Half the restaurants tell you, you got to have one on to go to the seat. Half of them are like, whatever, I don't give a shit, dude. So I'm going to imagine that that's pretty much the same throughout the whole country. There's got to be at least 25-30% of us that rarely wear a mask. Sure, do we do sometimes? Probably, but not all the time. How come we're not all dead? Shouldn't we all be dead? Or shouldn't a good portion of us be dead?
Allegedly.
I mean, shouldn't we be dead?
According to CDC information, smokers are high risk. Old people are high risk. Hi, Mike Cosper.
Oh,
wow, that hurt.
Damn.
Wow, look at that.
Jerry, you're older than me too, bud, so I'll call it that. But basically, they're saying all three of us in this fucking live stream should be coughing our asses off dying right now because we don't consistently consistently everywhere we go, driving, parked, anything, wear a mask. I'm in the public all the time. I mean, for the love of God, for whatever reason, the big bucket truck and the freaking name on the side of it, it must in invisible ink, invisible only to me, say, please come talk to me, because I'll pull up somewhere and people stop their cars to talk to me. They'll walk up to my truck to talk to me. So I'm in public all the time. And do you know how many people's come up and, oh, my cousin had it. You know, my brother died of it. It's like, my condolences. I'm sorry. Then you come to find out that the cousin was like a meth head. You know what I mean? It's like, well, are you sure he died of that? Or is it kind of what they've been saying that, you know, he died in the middle of it and, you know.
Well, and I know, I'll be honest. I know a lot more people personally who have gotten it than I thought I would have.
Right.
I'll give them that. I mean, I know two people at our work had it.
We got a guy off right now that went in.
Yeah, I mean, so I
had symptoms on a Monday and went in on Tuesday.
I completely get that it's contagious. I get that a lot of people get it. I get that people that have other health problems are going to get really sick, and some people who don't have any health problems are going to get sick. But it's the same. I'm not going to say it's the same as the flu. However, that result is the same as the flu season every year. When flu season hits, not everybody gets the flu shot, and not everybody that doesn't get it gets the flu and dies from it. Hell, some people that get the flu shot still get the flu and die. So, I don't understand. I don't understand the panic and all the regulations with the, because the flu technically, I guess every year should be a pandemic, because the flu isn't just in the United States every year, it's worldwide. So, but the world doesn't panic like it panicked this time. And how come we don't hear, Italy went through they went through, you want to talk about Nazi? I mean, they locked people in their damn house, literally locked them in their houses.
Yeah.
But now you don't hear as much around the world, other than the fact that, cases are still going up, but they're not panicking. Why are certain governors here panicking like this? And, and is it our safety? Is it strictly politics? Is it conditioning? I just don't get anything.
I'm still sitting on the board of it's part conditioning and part an attempt to make the people that never seem to rise up.
But why? Why would you?
They've got to pay.
Well, what's the end goal? I mean, if we go allegedly, if we start, unloading magazines, and stacking bodies like, so many talk about, what is that? How does that help? How does that help their agenda? That's the only thing that now I imagine their agenda, we can get into that next week.
To show that we're crazy, and that's why we should have our guns taken away.
Well, I get that. And
I think I said it earlier. I think I said it earlier, calling the herd. I mean, we all know that these people, we elect them into position, and once they're there, they feel like they are the power. They are, like we're saying, King DeWine, I'm going to enact a curfew like I'm your fucking dad. You're 40 years fucking old. Like, fuck off. We haven't said it in 15 minutes, so fuck you, DeWine. I feel like it's the seed of power, the attempt to draw out the far right.
Yeah, but we're not hiding, man.
I know we're not hiding. We're not hiding.
I mean, is it that, is it more like, what you're going for? Is it like, is it, okay, if I take a baseball bat, I saw in a video once where I took a baseball bat to a beehive and man, that shit got crazy. Do they just want to see if shit gets crazy if they hit the beehive?
I'm honestly, I'm kind of thinking that, but if we want to go with the elite versus the not elite, and we want to say these elected officials are the elite, and we already know, I mean, fuck it, freaking roast me in the comments. We already know DeWine's a fucking rhino. We know he's a fucking rhino. I swear to God, every couple of days, the dude's on a phone call with Pelosi and Biden and
God, you would think.
All these, just a big ass fucking Zoom call, getting told, okay, this is what we're doing this week. Because it's kind of funny how they all just do the same fucking thing. So we already know he's a fucking rhino. If you look at it, it's mostly Democrat rhino areas that are really placating to the locker downs and all that shit. So the calling of the herd idea, I mean, we already know they think they're above board on everything. I mean, look at fucking Biden. He's now, the Ukraine's put him officially on a criminal charge for the $1 billion firing of the prosecutor.
Well, I'm sure Trump had something to do with that, but moving on.
I'm not going to say he doesn't, but we're not going to think about that. No. He believes he's above fucking board on all this shit. Same thing with Kamala and Pelosi and all of. They believe they're above board. So if the higher echelon, if the higher echelon of the Democratic Party is sitting over here thinking they're elite, then if you really need to figure this out, go watch the Five Finger Death Punch song "Living the Dream." Watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, but aren't we? But here's the thing, though. I know where you're going, and I get it. But if people like us start getting crazy, aren't they gonna fucking eat the rich? I mean,
I'm not gonna disagree with you, but it's still going to call the herd. It's still going to call the herd.
We're not going. If shit gets crazy, we're not going into poor neighborhoods and knocking, over liquor stores. I mean, if our side, and I shouldn't say our side, if the people that they're pushing get crazy, man, they're coming to their front doors. And I understand that, some of them got armies and shit, but, they're
not gonna disagree, but at the same time, it's calling the herd. I mean, is it just casualties? There will be casualties on both sides.
It's very simple. Be ready when you talk about. Oh yeah. Well, it's kind of what we do, Adam. But
well, Adam, if you're new to the stream, we're sorry. You could basically call this a war room because a long time ago I got told we don't work off of what ifs. That's all my life is what if.
Hey, Palmer.
You have to figure out. You got to know your game plan before the shit happens.
There's a reason.
And we're pretty much prepared.
There's a reason why they're allowing us to have Thanksgiving in tents. That's why the homeless aren't dying in herds or in record numbers. If we're allowed to have Thanksgiving in tents, that's where they live, outside and in tents.
I missed that comment.
So there you go. There's the cure for COVID. We all become homeless.
What? Just go camping.
But that goes to finish up that statement. There will be casualties on both sides of this. Because the minute we start showing up at their front door, the left will show up to counter protest.
Oh, now you're teasing me.
No,
Stop.
Okay.
I mean, look at DC on Saturday.
It's 10 o'clock.
You had a million Trump supporters marching through DC, and then Antifa just shows up. Why?
We got to stop eating the mushrooms and going down the hole here. It's 10 after. We got to eat the cake.
Good.
We got to eat the cake and go back to normal until next week.
Okay, good.
I'm all right.
All right. Let me get one more in. Fuck you, Wine.
Oh man.
So, anyway, we'll continue this conversation, I'm sure, next week.
I'm sure it's not over.
It made this last hour go pretty fast. Everybody,
Yeah, we might be back here someday this week.
thank you guys for watching.
Hey, everybody that's on here, make sure you bring back friends next Tuesday.
Right, they did this week, so we've had more number this week. There was a lot more
We've
people
had
this
more
week.
number.
Fair
Hopefully they want to come back and see us rant some more.
So tell all your friends there's cake and mushrooms, and they'll all come running.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. HeartlandDefenders.com. Like, share, subscribe here on YouTube. F the F book, if we haven't said it enough today. F DeWine. And this stupid curfew.
Oh,
even
look
though
at you being all cordial about it. We've thrown fuck the wine all night, and you're over here. F the wine.
you know what? I've done enough. Oh look, there's rhinos I gotta approve. That's weird. I had to approve rhinos. I don't understand that. I've been approving enough F words and S words all night long on the chat since for some reason it's set that way. But thank you guys for your time, always coming on the show.
Absolutely. No, that was a good one.
And everybody be safe, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
And fuck the curfew.
Fuck you, DeWine.
Oh, you missed the fuck you to wine part.
Motherfucker.
Oh wait, no, they can still hear you.